What's up, Knicks fans? How are we feeling? The New York Knicks are NBA Cup champions after an amazing win against the San Antonio Spurs. For the first time in 52 years, the Knicks are technically speaking NBA champions. And for the first time in my lifetime, I saw the Knicks raise a trophy with my very own eyes. It's of course just the NBA Cup, but seeing this team celebrate something and look so happy, I think is very important to keep them hungry for the bigger prize come June. What an amazing time to be a Knicks fan, because the performance I saw this team put up against an up-and-coming Spurs team with a generational player in Victor Wembanyama, without two huge rotation players in Miles McBride and Landry Shamet, was just phenomenal. I mean, I'm practically tearing up just thinking about it. All summer long, we've been hearing about how wide open the East is, but you have to give credit to other teams like Detroit and Orlando because we know how physical they can get, but we also know that that's a matchup the Knicks can certainly handle, especially in a playoff atmosphere. And for some reason, this random Tuesday win has me feeling more confident than ever that not only can a finals appearance happen, but no matter who the opponent is, this gritty squad will find a way to get it done. I want to talk about this game against San Antonio, all the positives, all the negatives we saw. Then lastly, why an NBA Cup title is much more meaningful than you think for this team. So let's get into it. Starting off, we got to give credit to my 5 key players of this game: OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Jordan Clarkson, and Tyler Kolek. OG Anunoby had 28 points, putting on an incredible performance. Really could have won that NBA Cup MVP trophy, but the award was based on the entire Cup game performances, so definitely deserving for Brunson on that one. But OG Anunoby just continues to be so awesome. He's such a good fit with this team because no matter what defenses throw at the Knicks, whether it's double teams or pressure on the ball handler, OG just always seems to find himself open underneath the basket. Just a really great off-the-ball player, 100% deserving of that contract. His three-point shooting is really key when a guy like Brunson draws so much attention from the defenses and is never really scared to drive into the paint and get a tough physical basket. Moving on to Mitchell Robinson, he's been in headlines for the very wrong reasons in the past few weeks. That free throw percentage is horrifying, yes, but in a game against two giants in Wemby and Cornette, Mitch got a total of 10 offensive rebounds. He's on the last year of his contract, which means the Knicks can risk not signing him in free agency, but at this point you might have to take that risk because he is a player you will certainly need if you make the finals and have to go up against a tall team like OKC, for example, in the West. We got an efficient performance from Josh Hart, 11 points on 5 for 7 shooting, made plays on both sides of the ball that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. So just your average solid game from Hart. I do want to highlight a moment in this game though where down the stretch with 3 minutes to go, Hart clearly gets hurt and is shaken up, yet on the very next play, blocks and steals the ball from De'Aaron Fox, then hits a 3 on the other end, extending the lead to 8 points. Just an incredible performance from Hart. He's received his fair share of criticism dating back to last season, but he was definitely reminding everybody in these last few weeks why he is so impactful for this team. Jordan Clarkson has had his ups and downs up to this point in the season, but this was by far his best game yet. Hit some big shots down the stretch of this game, was a huge spark off the bench, and I can already envision the big shots he will hit throughout the season. Talking about Tyler Kolek, y'all, this is my guy right here. It's so hard not to love Tyler Kolek. I was begging for Tom Thibodeau to play him last season, and he never did unless he was really forced to. And in those minutes, we never really did see anything crazy, which caused a lot of Knicks fans to not really see the vision with him. But the moment he stepped into that first game against the Cavs, he was making plays. Slowly but surely, he's definitely been gaining more trust from Mike Brown. And this was definitely his breakout game if he had to have one. He comes in for Brunson, sets guys up with great scoring opportunities, and hits the open shots he gets himself. And today we saw him obviously be that point guard off the bench, and we also saw him on the court at the same time with Jalen Brunson, something we've been seeing experimented lately. Then to top things off, Mike Brown closed this game with Tyler Kolek because of his ball handling skills and decision making at the one position. I don't want to see this man in another trade rumor from now on because Kolek is definitely looking like the backup point guard of the future. Mike Brown, of course, all credit to him as well. Not only does he publicly support his players, which I really do love, but has implemented a great system that has this team with the second best offensive rating in the league. Obviously, defense could be better, but when you got an offense like that, it's so hard not to win games. Looking at some negatives from this game, Jalen Brunson didn't play great, shot 11 for 27, which is just really nasty. That wouldn't go well in any game on a night where there's no production from the bench. Cat had a quiet 16 points, did seem to suffer an injury, but he ended up returning. That also could have been bad, especially in a game that didn't count for the record books. Mikal Bridges did absolutely nothing, shooting 4 for 12 on an 11-point night, then proceeded to get benched down the stretch. Shouldn't be something to overreact to though, because Bridges has been consistent up to this point. As we know, he plays every single game, always gives them around 10 points plus a night. And this was just a night where Kolek and Clarkson just played better. Simple as that. Guerschon Yabusele racked up a DMP in this game, which could be interpreted in different ways. I'm personally taking this as Yabusele might be out of the rotation full time once Shaman and McBride return, if he's not already out of the rotation right now, which could result in a trade to ship him out for a better backup power forward by the deadline. I don't think this is an overreaction after Yabusele hasn't really showed any positive signs in the 20 plus games he's already played off the bench. Really sucks to see. I hope he does get an opportunity before we officially ship him out. But I know a lot of Knicks fans are already ready to trade him, and just definitely doesn't look good for Yabusele up to this point. Lastly, I just want to say I have no shame celebrating the fact that the Knicks are NBA Cup champions. I actually think the NBA Cup is a cool experiment from the NBA, as all 3 games in Las Vegas this year were very entertaining. We saw how much it impacted the Pacers and Thunder, who lost those NBA Cup championships years prior. They were young, inexperienced teams that made a run in the playoffs later on those years and extended their season after a Game 7 victory. Just a quick stat right there. We also saw how teams like the Lakers and Bucks, who did go on to win it, also lost in the first round. However, those teams did employ Darvin Ham, so we shouldn't really take that too seriously. And the Knicks also haven't really lost a playoff series since Brunson joined the team, so I don't think we should be worried at all about that. I think for us fans, it's cool to see them leave Vegas with a trophy and medals, plus a big paycheck. I think this is really good for the locker room. It's something that can keep this team motivated moving forward, and obviously having their eyes on the real championship in June. But overall, just a really cool moment for this team. The New York Knicks season continues as they embark on the journey of snapping that long 52-year championship drought. I'll be making more videos as the season progresses. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And of course, let's go Knicks.